Open by Christmas is a 2021 Hallmark film. This is directed by David Weaver, written by Amyn Kaderali and Christine Conradt. And we have one of my favourite Hallmark actors in this, Alison Sweeney, who plays a character called Nicky. We also have Erica Durance as Simone. And I'm kind of on the fence with how I feel about this one. On the one hand, I did quite enjoy it, and I thought it was quite interesting, but at the same time, it didn't really feel very Christmassy. Usually, Hallmark Christmas films will go overboard with Christmas, and that actually works quite well because it's something you expect. Watching a Hallmark Christmas film is a great way to get into the festive mood, but this one just felt wintry, but not as festive as I was hoping. I'll read the description from IMDb because it sums it up perfectly. It's one sentence, no spoilers. And this just says, when Nicky finds an unopened Christmas card from a high school secret admirer, she and her best friend Simone search to find and thank the anonymous author. So Nicky, played by Alison Sweeney, receives this Christmas card with this lovely message in it, and it's all about trying to track down who it is. And of course, on the journey, we meet various male characters who are, well, we are being led to believe that they are the potential author of that card, and of course the journey is about piecing together bits of the puzzle or allowing us as viewers to either rule out certain people or maybe root for certain people if we have a favourite love interest, until of course we find out perhaps who wrote the letter or the Christmas card. That aspect of it I thought was interesting enough. There were certain characters who I thought we were meant to be considering as potential authors of the card, and I just thought, I don't buy into this at all, and I don't believe it was you. Whether or not I was right about any of that, I'm not going to say, but it did keep me guessing. I didn't think, the film was predictable completely. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. And had this been a non-Christmas Hallmark film about a woman who received a letter, a romantic note, and she tried to track down the writer of that, it would have been brilliant. But because I was watching it as a Christmas film, I just wish they'd injected a bit more Christmas in there. It's not completely void of Christmas. We have Christmas trees, we have hot cocoa, we have, thick sweaters and scarves, and it does have a fuzzy, warm feeling. But compared to some Hallmark Christmas films that really go all out, I just feel like it was lacking. The Christmas music was next to nothing, and it just didn't feel as festive as I wanted. That's not necessarily a bad thing if you don't like Christmas films that are overabundant, but for me, I was hoping for something a little bit more. It's not the most unique premise, but it was still interesting enough. It kept me engaged throughout. I still think Alison Sweeney is a brilliant actress, and I really do enjoy her Hallmark films. And I would say that Open by Christmas is no exception, because I did enjoy it. I did find it to be interesting, and it did keep me engaged. It wasn't as brilliant as I'd hoped. I would have liked it to have been quite a lot more Christmassy, actually. But by Christmas is still a Hallmark Christmas film that I'm happy to recommend.